السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. كيف حالك يا شيخ?
عليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
How's my brothers and sister doing today? Hope everybody's doing well. And today we have another halaqah inshallah, which we're going to talk about Salah. Salah is the second pillar of Islam, because Islam built on 5 pillars. So after Shahada, you take Shahada, right away after it Salah. Not Hajj, not Siyam, not none of that. But subhanAllah, a lot of Muslims, yani I seen like all my own friends, they miss the Salat. And like I said, I was just discussing before I started the video with the Sheikh, and like he was telling me Salat is the same people, they think Salat is only four Salat on a day, not 5 Salat, because some people, they feel miss Fajr time. And Fajr is very hard to get up for. But I mean, it still is one of the 5 pillars of this deen. So today, inshallah, we're going to ask the Sheikh about the Salah. Why is the Salah is very important in Islam? What's the reason for that?
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulil Ameen.
Sallallahu alayhi
wa ala alihi wa ashabihi at-tayyibin at-tahirin. Rabbi yassir wa la tu'assir. Subhanaka ya azim. Alhamdulillah. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Yeah, it's a very important question that we should ask. Why the Salah is very important. Because in the Quran, Allah mentions so many times about Salat, perform Salat, to pray Salat. Because Salat is the linkage between the slave and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's what connects, what you connect through Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the Salat. Standing in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you're having a conversation with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Whenever you say Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, قال الله تعالى حمدني عبدي. Allah will reply back to you. When we say that Allah, you're having a conversation with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, this is the real conversation.
So that's real. Allah will reply to you when
Allah
you say Surah Al-Hamd, when you start with that Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Alhamdulillah.
Yes.
Allah will reply.
Allah will reply, yeah.
MashaAllah.
And it's same with Ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Allah will reply, Majadani Abdi. And the same, Malik Yawmiddin. So all these, Allah replies back to you till you finish the whole Fatiha. You're having a conversation with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's why it's a very important time to pray on a regular basis, so that you don't miss a conversation with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Imagine you're having a conversation with one of the leaders, a president or prime minister. You don't want to miss that. You'll be fully prepared.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. And then you dress up the best dress.
Yes.
You put all the perfume that you have in the house.
Yeah.
And you go 5 o'clock in the morning, you be there by the door for the king or the president or something.
Exactly, yeah.
And then Allah, you don't care.
Yeah,
like,
and Allah is the Almighty, the creator of this whole world. So imagine having a conversation with Him. You could have, feel goosebumps, and you could have cried having conversation with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
But we don't, Ya Sheikh, we don't feel that feel. We don't have that feeling. So why we don't have that feeling? Why shaitan is in between us and Allah? Because shaitan is always, you watching TV, for example, and the salah comes watching a soccer game or something. Okay, just wait, let's finish this game. It's almost finished after the game. And or you're watching a movie or watching something, or you're in a coffee shop with your friends.
Yeah.
A lot of Muslims, we see them in the coffee shop, sitting, and the prayer time come after prayer time, and they just having fun, they talking. Why these people doing that? Like, what's the reason for that? Are they like, there's something wrong with them, or they don't know exactly like how to deal with Allah, how to respect Allah? I don't know what's in their head.
Yeah.
So
because Allah says in the Quran, وَإِنَّهَا لَكَبِيرَةٌ إِلَّا عَلَى الْخَاشِعِينَ. The salat is so heavier to every other person except for the sincere people, khashi'in people, who believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the day of judgment. You will see someone doing constructions of buildings. He's carrying cement, so heavy, loaded, stuffs. They go from constructions and for whatever that requires, but ability and all that, energy. But when it comes to 2 rak'ah salat for Fajr prayer, it's very hard.
Subhanallah, I've seen that.
Yeah.
And I used to be like that. I used to be that person. I could work 12-hour shifts, and I was standing up and working, doing whatever. But when the salat times come, my feet are hurt.
Yeah.
So
this is a challenging question for those brothers who are there, whose salat is so heavier to them. Ask yourself, you're doing labor works, all those hard works, you are standing there, you don't want to miss it. Because you're getting some money, benefit of this world.
Yes.
For Akhirah, imagine you're Jannah, you're getting conversation with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. 2 rak'ats it's very hard for you.
Subhanallah.
So it's unfair. This is not a justice.
Yes.
So ask yourself these questions, yeah. And because the heart is, the qalb and the heart became
In
so
dunya.
unified.
Yeah.
That's why that's also making more harder condition. And one other thing that I want to make it as a challenging is Iblis. The Iblis, al-mal'un, the devil Iblis.
La'natullah.
Yeah, la'natullah alayhi. He refused to do sujood and prostration to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala one time. When Allah asked him to prostitute for Adam, he refused. And only once it was. And only at one time Allah has said that Allah has cursed him. Yeah. For only one time refusing to do prostration.
He kicked him out of the rahmah to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He get kicked out.
He got kicked out of the Jannah, yeah. Yes. And imagine you're missing 5 daily prayers every day, weeks, months, years like that.
Yes, wallahi.
And Iblis, only one time he refused, he got that response and his reward. What about you missing all those prayers? Imagine. And Iblis at that time, he was a very nice, he wasn't a Muslim actually.
Yeah,
he was amongst them.
He was the top of the angels.
Yeah.
He was a leader for the angels.
So one time he refused, he got
kicked out, yes.
What do you imagine leaving all the subhanAllah, may Allah forgive us then. So this also could also be life turning for the person who's watching this.
And then when Salat, when like the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he get the command for the Salat.
Yeah.
Is it in Medina or in Mecca or what happened? How we get the Salat? And I heard about it was 50 or 100. I don't know how many Salat we had before. Then until reduced, and then even when reduce it, we still cannot do it. Subhanallah.
Yes.
So how? Tell me.
The stories behind the incident that's called Al-Isra wal-Mi'raj.
Okay.
The Prophet ﷺ was been taken from the world to the skies, to the heavens. So he met in each and every heaven. There are 7 heavens. In each and every heaven, he met the messengers, the earlier messengers and prophets.
The prophets.
Yeah.
Yes.
So and he left them and he went. He saw the Jannah and the Nar, and he also got to commands from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
It was a big journey.
Yeah, it was a big journey.
Yeah.
And when he was coming back, he met Musa alayhi salam in between.
Musa, Nabi Israel, Bani Israel.
Yeah.
Yes, Musa.
Moses alayhi salam.
Moses, yes.
And Musa alayhi salam asked him, what do you have? What sort of commands do you have from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to your ummah? He said, I have 50 prayers.
It was 50?
Yeah, 50 prayers.
50?
Yes.
Wow.
And Musa alayhi salam was surprised. Said, 50 prayers? No. Go back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and ask Allah to reduce some of the prayers. Your ummah cannot do, because I
dealt with these Yahud people.
I have dealt, yes.
Subhanallah.
My ummah, and
they make him tired. They give him a hard time.
Yeah, and say reduce them. I said he went back. So some of the narrations said 10, or some of the other narrations says 5 prayers. It was reducing. So he went like 5 times.
Oh, 5. So reduce.
Yeah. Each time that it was reducing 10 prayers to 5 prayers like this, until there was 5 prayers left. So Musa said, okay, now how much do you have? He said 5 prayers. Musa still said, oh no, go back now.
Subhanallah. Musa, you know that?
Yeah, he know that.
No, we cannot handle this.
Yes.
Even 5 now, subhanallah, we can't do it. So what happened then?
So what happened then, the Prophet said, I feel shy now. I cannot go back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
From 50?
Yeah, from 50 to now 5.
Wow,
I cannot go back to that.
Alhamdulillah.
And then there was the 5 commanded prayers. They are equal in terms of the reward, the 50 prayers. 5 times 10.
So you pray 5 prayers and you get the reward for 50?
Yes.
Subhanallah. Subhanallah, that's good.
And that's when Allah revealed, مَا يُبَدَّلُ الْقَوْلُ لَدَيْهِ, like that.
Subhanallah, yeah.
So
Subhanallah.
And so that's why some of the, I don't know, people, they say, oh, what if he went back in the 5 prayers?
Then they make it 2. I know some people,
it's even harder for them.
Even 2 that they harder. Trust me. Now, because now I can tell myself, when I used to live back in Ontario and I was like, young and dumb. But I pray. But sometimes, I pray the 5 together.
Oh, yeah.
I was working and I was like, okay, even though in Canada here, like if you work in any manufacturer or factory or even an office or whatever you're working, they don't tell you don't pray.
Yes.
You can ask your supervisor, you can ask your manager, hey, I have one prayer, I'm going to pray. Take you 5 minutes.
Yes.
They're never going to tell you don't go to pray. I have a friend of mine, they work with a Jewish person.
Yes.
And that Jewish person, they know it's Friday, they have to let them know go. Friday, go for prayer. Yes. So only from you. So only you pushing yourself or holding yourself from not performing the prayers.
Exactly.
So what's a punishment? Like I heard in the first question in the day of judgment for Muslims about prayers. Is that true, or how
Exactly,
that
yeah, it
works?
is true, yeah, because the Prophet says in a hadith,
Sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
narrated by Abu Huraira, the Messenger says, أول ما يحاسب به العبد يوم القيامة الصلاة فإن صلحت صلح العمل كله وإن فسد العمل كله كما قال عليه الصلاة والسلام.
Sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
Yeah, it's the very first question that will be asked from the slave is about the salat. In terms of حقوق yeah, when it comes to the rights of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But when it comes for the حقوق ابن آدم,
Al-Abid.
الدماء يعني
Okay.
it will be based on what the blood or sheds that whatever you did, murder like that.
Mhm.
In terms of Allah's rights, the very first question is about salat. If the salat becomes correct and done according to how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asked it,
Yeah.
the other, even the rest of the a'mal and the righteous deed that we do will also be good. And subhanAllah, this is
Subhanallah.
true.
Mhm.
But if the salat is not good
Then everything is
and everything is messed
fall
up,
apart.
I have seen this.
Mhm. Mhm.
I will give you an example. For example, when you go to the masjid and you pray the prayer, after that, what do you say? I will make a dua. You will do the adhkars.
Mhm.
You want to recite the Quran.
Yes.
But when you don't go to the masjid, you don't even pray at all.
You don't
So
do
you-
dua.
It's not possible. I will recite the Quran daily basis and I don't pray.
Yeah, it doesn't make
It
sense.
doesn't happen.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Yes.
And this is true, subhanAllah, yeah. So all these are linked together because salat is actually the key of everything. Because salat says, Inna salat tanha anil fahsha wal munkar. So if the salat is protecting you from all evil deeds, what's left? Of course, you will lose something, right?
Mhm.
The good deed shows up, then you will do automatically the good deed. So salat works. It's good for you to keep salat on persistent and constantly. Yeah.
So, can you imagine like a man, some man, sisters, they have different conditions, they have different ways of salah. They have every month they have one,
Yeah.
you know, or 10 days, whatever. They have an off. But there's a man like, what about men? Like men say they have like the whole month off.
Yeah.
So we have the sister. We know the sister they have conditions.
Yes.
But you as a man, I don't understand why you have the whole month off. Do you have a condition like my sisters or what? Like like you're supposed to ask yourself that question.
Yeah.
So that's why, like, for all the brothers and sisters, salah is very, very fundamental things in Islam. If there is no salah, salah. And I hear hadith that even they say if somebody doesn't pray, it's a kafir. Kufr,
Yes,
kufr,
yes.
asghar or kufr akbar.
Yeah, kufr duna kufr, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Scholars also they disagree on this. Some of the scholars they went the final decision that whoever misses a salat, one salat, he is gonna be a kafir, yeah, like in final or like out of Islam. And on the other side, there's ulama scholars they argue that no, he's not gonna go out of Islam, but he will just gonna be a sinful Muslim, something like that. And that's based on the evidences. That's the best, the qawl what we could say is that the person is a Muslim, but will be a Muslim asi, that a sinful Muslim, just did a very sinful act.
So if تارك الصلاة جحودا بها, like
Yeah.
somebody said like, oh, I know Islam, but there's no salah. That's kufr.
Yes, of course,
If
yeah.
somebody jahid, like he insists that there's no
Yes.
salah, this is kafir. Like,
Yeah, of course, yeah. If he deliberately says there's no salat at all, that is a compulsory upon me, he will be out of Islam, yeah. That's
But if
muttafaq
somebody
alayh. The
lazy-
scholars, they agree on that.
Okay.
But if he's lazy, sometimes prays, sometimes misses, something like that. So he will be a Muslim, yeah. A very Muslim, a sinful Muslim, of course, yeah. So, but then it's a very critical situation, mas'ala, and it's a very critical concept.
Why you
Because the
putting
scholars are differing. So it could be either one of them. You don't know. Why are you taking that risk?
chance?
Yeah.
So in conclusion, like, what's your suggestion for these brothers that they feel lazy, they feel tired? We need to motivate these brothers and sisters just to start praying.
Yeah.
What solution like for that? Like let's say for example, if the azan, I hear the azan, should I go pray right away or should I wait or finish my movie or what's we can do? Something you can do, you can make the brothers and sisters go back to prayers, the daily prayers.
Well, Bismillah, I mean, there are actually many criteria, there are many ways that you could start with. First of all, you have to do many du'as. You have to ask prayers ask from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that to keep you persistently and constantly in his prayers, compulsory 5 daily prayers. get spiritually close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's the problem actually. You know, the heart is becomes solidified and very dirt. So making a good khair becomes very hard. And sinful acts also. That's what's making him.
The sins.
He has the sins, yeah. They're blocking you from doing the right deeds. Because there's an incident that, I don't know, some person came to Hassan al-Basri, alayhi rahmatullah, the tabi'i, and he said, Imam, I can't pray the Salatul Layl prayer. Forget about the other prayer. He's saying Salatul Layl, I can't wake up.
Yeah.
Yeah, Qiyam. Yeah. So he said, what's the reason? He said, Kabbalatka dhunubuka. Like you're chained, you're handcuffed with your sins.
So that means the sin
Yeah,
can hold you
it
back.
can hold you back from doing a righteous deeds. So make sure you're getting excluding yourself from the bad sins. Do more istighfars and tawbah, and eventually showing up to the masjid. Have good friends who are showing up in the masjid. That's the other way also. Yeah, tell them to, yeah, please, I have this problem. How should I help myself? Help me, come take me to the masjid. Let me go with you in the masjid. And as soon as you become friend with them, they will always take you. So yeah, having
the companions that you have has to be a good. Like,
yeah,
your
the companions.
circle has to be a good
Yes,
circle.
yes, good circle.
Because
Connected with the musallin, with those who pray the daily prayers.
the masjid,
Yeah.
they can take you with them.
Yes.
So that's good. That's a good suggestion, inshallah, from the Sheikh. Jazakallah khairan, Sheikh. Barakallahu feek. Thank you for watching this video. For here, we're gonna stop, and inshallah until other video. Wassalam.